Hello, hello. Welcome to the 9th episode of Walter's Rear Window. On today's episode, Maya and I are going to talk about some of Portland's best parks.
We have been to a couple Portland parks together, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, definitely.
It's an abundance of places nearby that I didn't really expect, just kind of like in the middle of the city. Don't they call Portland the city in the forest?
Well, we're the Rose City.
Okay, well, that's nice too. I mean, I actually went to a friend's house recently and she lived in a neighborhood that had rose gardens on every single block.
Yeah.
So like Portland's got some really nice public areas. I've been a big fan.
It's like I read that it's the ideal place to raise roses because of the climate.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, like it's always raining all the time.
That's
roses,
interesting.
like thrive in that. So
yeah, it's always like misting them and keeping them damp. That's interesting. I guess that makes sense. Like, and
yeah.
I love the color they bring. I actually saw somewhere recently that the end of September they have right now like a Dahlia Fest where all the dahlias are in peak bloom. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lots of opportunities for that. I think like the first one that we went to was the Japanese garden, that we went to together. Have you been to any other places without me?
Well, we also went to the Chinese garden and then the Rose Garden. And then the Rose Garden and the Japanese garden are basically just a part of Washington Park in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Chinese garden is, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like a garden that's in the middle of the city.
Yeah, like I was really pleasantly surprised by the Chinese garden because it is in downtown Portland, which has become a little bit more difficult to be in at certain times, for lack of a better word.
And we were there around this time last year because I invited Maya to go see the Moon Festival with me, which is coming up soon. And we went there and we saw some of their events and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right. It is kind of located in not like the best part, I would say.
Yeah, it's a little rugged in that area right now. And Claire and I aren't far from it, but when we get in that area, I was like I don't know what to expect for sure. And so when we got in, I mean, it was gorgeous. It was kind of like a sanctuary in the middle of the city. Like it was peaceful and quiet and beautiful, which was really nice. And then they did the ceremony, which was so much fun. I think Andrea actually took like a video of the whole thing happening. I'm like, we should post that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I have that video too.
Yeah, it's okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say what Maya meant by like not the best part is like, so we're not gonna sugarcoat it, but Portland does have like a homelessness problem and the drug problem. And so drugs are, I guess, decriminalized in Portland, right?
They had been. I believe they have taken that back now, but they have been slow to enforce it.
But last year it was decriminalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you get to that part of Portland, there's just a lot of like...
like what I'll say is it's mostly fine, and as long as you are aware of your surroundings, you'll be fine. I would avoid bringing a bunch of kids in that area just because kids tend to be like curious and run around and all that stuff. But yes, like I think that is definitely a result of all of the law changes in Portland recently. So it's an interesting real life problem. I mean, like Portland hasn't found a solution for it yet.
Yeah. I would also recommend if you are going to be visiting the Chinese garden this year or any other time to just walk there because parking within like the city part is really awful.
Yeah. And it's also kind of dangerous. Like I recently had we live sort of close to that area and I recently had my car smashed. My windows were smashed. So it's not uncommon. It's an intense part of town, but there are some really amazing parts of it. And I think the Chinese garden is definitely by far like one of the top areas.
It's in Northwest Everett Street, which is literally near us. So.
Like, it's in our vicinity.
Yeah, there is also another Chinese garden, I believe, in Northeast, and I think that one is more like a restaurant than like an actual garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you and I have to add that to our list then. But yeah, the Moon Festival was so much fun. Like I would definitely recommend that. Like I was sad because I ate beforehand, but they had so much food and I was like, I just want to like buy all of this. And then it was just like beautiful because they had the boats there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got your face painted.
Yes, I did. That was so much fun. That was my favorite part. I have to post pictures. I think I got a tiger, but yeah, it was a ton of fun. I really like that spot, and I think the Chinese Garden really is a gem in the middle of the city. Like, it is something that I wasn't expecting. That like as soon as I stepped through the gates, it was just like serene and quiet, which is crazy because it's in the middle of downtown. You know?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you are right. It is really quiet, like when you're inside. So that was really fun. And then when we got there, we saw a lot of performances. They had like a dance performance kind of for traditional Chinese dance. Yeah. And so it was really fun. To segue that, so the other gardens that Maya and I went to are located within Washington Park. Washington Park is located in Northwest Canyon Road in Portland, which is also near us. Like, yeah. I mean, it's within walkable. However, I would recommend taking the bus or like some sort of transportation in because it is quite a walk to get there.
Yeah, and it's like it's the terrain isn't like the best. Like, it has a lot of hills and stuff like that, so like it's easier to tire yourself out getting there for sure.
But the nice thing is the Japanese Garden, the Rose Garden, and also the Oregon Zoo is all kind of like located within Washington Park.
You know, I didn't even know the zoo was in that area. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so funny. So we've got like 2 more parks to visit. We'll have to do a recap episode.
Yeah, which is nice because it's kind of like if you are going to go to Washington Park, you could just make like a whole day of it to go to all the different gardens and go to the zoo.
Oh my God, I love that idea. Wait, that's such a good idea. We should do like a Washington Park day. That'd be fun.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that like they do tours and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but there is a free shuttle service going on for Washington Park that will like take you around to the different venues.
That's awesome.
And there's always like events and stuff like that going around. But yeah, Maya and I went to the Japanese Garden twice. Both times was like drizzling. So
yeah, no, it's funny because, well, actually, yeah, that's right. It was drizzling the second time. So the first time we went, it was like actually the first time Claire and I like spent some time together that wasn't at work, where we were like hanging out and like getting to know each other. And we went on this like really rainy gray day, which was actually, it ended up being beautiful. It's just we saw everything in the like dead of fall. So like only like the evergreen things are alive. It was still gorgeous. Like they have such beautiful like sand and rock sculptures and like an area with a bunch of art, which I really liked. And then the tea house as well.
Yeah, and then the second time we went, it was when we were trying to see the cherry blossoms. And Maya and I were really lucky. We were there just like the day before they were all gone.
We were there the last day they were there because we had our friend Andrea went the day after and it had rained the night before and all of them were gone. So yeah, we got super lucky the second time. But my favorite part of the Japanese Garden is definitely the gift shop because they have some of the best little like gift shop things that I like get so excited about. I got this one little nightlight where it looks like a lantern with a bunch of cats on it and it's so cute. It's like one of my favorite things that I own.
Yeah, and I got these chopsticks holders that look like bunnies.
Oh my God, I want to cry. They're so cute. They're like hold the chopsticks between the ears. It's so cute.
Yeah, and they sell like a lot of fun like knickknacks, like jewelries. I saw these earrings that look like origami cranes.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really fun. And they also sell like fans and just like stuff that are related to the Japanese Garden. There's also like a small gallery within the Japanese Garden that you can kind of like walk through that just kind of tell you about the history of the garden. And there's also, I think, like a tea ceremony session or something like that you can sign up for. Yeah.
The ever elusive tea ceremony, Claire and I have wanted to try it many times, but I don't know why. Like every time we go, it's like not happening that day or like it's already been booked, something like that. So like you do have to schedule that, but it's supposed to be really cool.
Yeah. And also they have a cafe there that also you might need to schedule because the first time Maya and I went, we weren't able to get in, but the second time we were able to get in.
Yeah, and it ended up, the only reason we actually got in the second time was because it was raining that day and we were sitting outside, but it wasn't like raining that bad, so it was like kind of pleasant. Like it was kind of nice because it was like hot tea on a colder day. But yeah, no, like I I don't know about you, but I really like the tea house. Like, they don't have a lot of food. Like, the options are very limited, but like they are legit about the tea. Like, when I ordered, I forgot what I ordered, but they had it like you had to let it sit for like a specific amount of time and then you could drink it.
I'm pretty sure you got the green tea and I got the matcha.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not a fan of matcha.
I wish I liked matcha. Like, I've tried it so many times. It just like I don't like
about it that you don't like?
I don't love earthy flavors. And so like I struggle with things that taste more earthy. Like I have such a sweet tooth. Like I am very much like a fiend for sugar or like something very salt, but like earthy flavors I have trouble with. There are some that I enjoy, but like I think earthy and nutty flavors are where I get like a little bit like I'm like I don't know if I'll like it, but there are like times when I do, and I've been really curious about trying like a matcha latte recently. Like I want to try just something. I want to try it again, you know.
Do you like matcha flavored dessert, like matcha ice cream and stuff like that?
I haven't really had a lot of it because I think I only had like real matcha once and a matcha latte once, and I wasn't like a fan of either of them, so I like generally like avoided it. But that doesn't mean that like I don't like the flavor. Like so I could try it. I mean, I bet I would like the ice cream because it's probably like a sweet version of that.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I'm just like such a fiend for sugar. Like,
yeah, that's right. But yeah, but if you don't like matcha, they have a lot of other options at the tea house. So
yeah. Yeah, and it's like a really fun time, very peaceful. Like again, like a very like reflective experience. I think like it was nice. Like I just like wandering around the hills because it's a very hilly park, and like they have a bunch of different. It's like almost in stops. My favorite part of it is not only the gift shop but the koi pond as well.
Yeah, the koi pond is really fun.
I love it. It's so cute, and they're like there all the time. I don't know. I really like it. It just feels peaceful to me. Yeah. The Japanese garden's definitely up there.
And then the rose garden is near the Japanese garden, but it's like next to it almost, pretty much.
Yeah, which I also just learned like super recently. I should have recognized the parking lot.
Yeah, so Maya and I went with our friend Jennifer and her extremely adorable dog, Leo.
Oh my god, it was the best.
And when we went there was like a Shiba Inu gathering.
It must have been an event.
Right?
Like we should like scour Facebook for like the Shiba owner meetups, because like that was definitely planned.
Yeah, because Jennifer said that there are Pomeranian events going on around for this.
Oh my god, we should go. That'd be so cute.
I remember her telling me about it. So that she's taking Leo to one in October or something like that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, you should ask her.
I will. Yeah, like that was the best surprise. Is like when we got there, it was full of Shibas.
There was like 20 little dogs. It was like so cute. They all looked the same. It was like
they were adorable. I know, like that was so like it was flowers and like dogs, and I loved it. And like we also went like right during peak bloom, so like everything was kind of in the middle of being vibrant and gorgeous, and it smelled amazing, which should be a given, but it really did. Like it smelled so good. Yeah, so like I guess I just wasn't expecting it to be like that aromatic, but there's so many roses, like I guess how could it not be?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot. It is quite like, so when you get there during peak bloom, it's really hard to find parking. So initially we were trying to find parking in like the tennis court area, which is like off the side of the rose garden, but there weren't any. So we had to like drive down to try and find a parking spot.
Oh, it was a bit of a hike. And then I lost my car. So it was a bit more of a hike.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely think about how you're going to get there, because especially during peak bloom, it is difficult to find parking.
Yeah.
And it is a big park, so like if you do park far away, it's going to be a hike.
Yeah, and there were definitely like a lot of people there, so just like be careful with that.
And I think like we got there on like a relatively lucky day. Like it was really busy, but I think in terms of like how it usually is, like it was less busy than normal. Yeah. So like we even got lucky on that front.
Yeah, like I know that usually they host a lot of different events at the Rose Garden specifically. I know they host there's a couple of musical events going on throughout in Portland throughout the year that are performed at the Rose Garden, because there's a section within the Rose Garden that has like a big gondola and like stairs across that kind of like eclipses it, and then
really,
yeah. I mean, we were there like that part where Leo and us were like sitting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. There was like a stage at the bottom, and I know that they host some like musical events.
That's right, the amphitheater. The amphitheater was really nice. I love like outdoor sitting areas like that, like when they're built to just like be somewhere to hang out and chill. It felt nice, like it was just like a lovely morning. But I'd love to see some music played there. And I think Jennifer said they do Shakespeare in the Park sometimes there.
Yeah. That's
cool.
We also saw someone getting married. I mean, not married, but got proposed to.
Yes, that was crazy. It was really sweet because while we were sitting, we passed by them setting everything up. And then while we were sitting at the amphitheater, we just heard a bunch of cheering. And we were like, oh, he must have popped the question. It's so cute. It seemed like, it was really sweet.
Yeah.
It was a very good day. I really liked that spot.
There were like a lot of foreigners there when we went also. And like by foreigners, I mean like they could be native in Portland, but also like they were speaking different languages. So I assume that they're here to visit Portland.
It is surprising because Portland is such a white city that it is like surprising.
Yeah, like I heard I think I heard a couple talking Chinese about where to put the trash.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really fun. And I mean, we got there on a relatively hot day, like it was 93 degrees out, but it was
pretty early, so it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
I think we planned it right, honestly, because like it wasn't crazy busy and it wasn't crazy hot. But then later that day, it probably got both. So I think we did it right. Like I would go earlier rather than later, just because like you'll have the park to yourself. And I don't know, like it must be very peaceful to be there in the morning. Like, when does it open? Does it have like open times and like close times?
I know the Washington Park opens pretty early.
Okay. And so it has to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, I think it has to be a part of it, right?
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, because the Washington Park opens at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh, so you could do like morning yoga there and like no one would be there. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually
cool.
We did see people doing yoga there.
Yeah, no, like there's tons of space for you to do so. Like if you just want a pleasant place to exist for a little while, this is the perfect spot.
Okay, yeah, so the Rose Garden also opens at 10 o'clock. I mean 5 o'clock in the morning.
Awesome. So like, okay, good to know. So yeah, like I would say like if you have the capacity to wake up early and you want to go to the garden, like that is the best time to go. Although like, I don't know, maybe sunset's pretty awesome too. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Right now it's not like, it's actually right now, this week in general, Portland is just hot. So next week it might be better.
Yeah, definitely. It's been so warm.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because like a week ago it was so cold.
I know. I know. I like keep putting my fall clothes out and then being like, it's 99 degrees today, so I can't wear this. Long pants are not the plan.
That is one thing you have to expect if you want to come to Portland to visit is like the weather changes like.
Bring something for every occasion.
Yeah, I think a day by day, night by night. Like, you could be like, it could be like pouring rain, like 65 degrees or like 68 degrees one day, and the next day is completely sunny.
It's very Portland. I would bring everything you could possibly imagine because you will need it at some point.
Also within the same Washington Park, it's also where the zoo is. Now, have you been to the zoo yet, Maya?
I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, I have been there once, and the otters are really, really cute.
They have otters?
They have otters, and the otters do tricks like they open clams and they put balls in rocks made hoops.
I love that. That is so cute. I love otters. My family went to Tokyo, and they went to an otter-specific like zoo. And you could like feed the otters and stuff like that. I was so jealous.
There are people in Japan that keep them as pets.
Oh, they're so cute. They're like smart, you know?
Yeah. So that is something that you could and like I'm pretty sure that like a lot of the animals in the Portland Zoo are like rescue animals, so it's not like
that's good.
They are like captured animals.
That's good.
So I'm pretty sure I don't.
No, I know, because I always feel weird about zoos. Like zoos are a tough one, you know.
Yeah,
but
so
like I do love, like I love animals, so I do want to see them.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they're all like rescue animals. So that's
good. That makes it a little bit better than like the traditional zoo.
Although I did read something the other day that like for example, like at SeaWorld and whatnot, the orcas, they are not able to survive if you just like release them back into the wild.
Yeah, because they're raised in captivity.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I have like mixed feelings about that because I do understand the sentiment of like releasing a lot of them back into the wild, but also they're not going to be able to survive. So like, is it like...
No, totally. Yeah. It's just like, as long as they're responsibly taking care of the animals, then it's fine. It's just when it's like irresponsible that it gets scary, because then you can't do anything with it. Like the animal can't go back into the wild.
Yeah, in general, I would say the older I get, the more I don't dislike animal shows. Because I feel like it's a little bit weird. I mean, to see like animals like perform like tricks and stuff like that for people. I'm just like, well, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, me too. Like it's definitely, I don't know. Like you have to become more aware of it as you get older, because like as a kid, I mean, you just don't know, you know, but like as you get older, you're like, I don't know, like I've been thinking about this more and I don't really know how I feel about it.
Yeah. But I would say the zoo is a great place to sketch. And like do drawings. Like when I went there, that's basically why I went to sketch like the otters and stuff like that. And they have like a lot of like sitting, I guess it's a zoo, so it's to be expected, but they have a lot of seating areas at each like attraction. So like you could just like pick one and just sit there and just draw all day. So
okay, that's great. Yeah. We're totally gonna add that to the list. I'm gonna go to the zoo. Any final thoughts for our parks episode?
Yeah, I guess I would just say like the best time to go is definitely you check the weather app.
Yeah, I guess don't decide to go until day of, because
because like you never know.
It's a spontaneous activity.
It really is.
Thanks so much for listening. Let us know if we missed any parks that you love. Reach out to us on Instagram, find us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts.